As you all know that we are discussing lesson what is democracy, why democracy. I am Anita Sehgal from Rishikul Vidyapeeth, Sonipat. We have discussed definition of democracy and then features of democracy. All you must have understood this. Now I want to explain one more example of features of democracy is that in Zimbabwe Robert Mugabe was president and he won the election all the time. He was a popular leader. He changed the constitution for his benefit several times, but he was popular. He won the elections, but he was an autocrat. So we can say there was no democracy in Zimbabwe. Now we will discuss the arguments against democracy. Some people say that democracy is not good. What arguments they are giving is like this. Leaders keep changing in a democracy. This leads to instability. Democracy is all about political competition and power play. There is no scope for morality. So many people have to be consulted in a democracy that it leads to delay. Elections, elected leaders don't know the best interest of the people, it leads to bad decisions. Democracy leads to corruption, so it is based on electoral competition. Last of all, ordinary people don't know what is good for them. They should not decide anything. Now I will explain them one by one. First is leaders keep changing in a democracy. It leads to instability. We all know that elections are held regularly in a democracy after 5 years. So if the government changes, if the party changes in a democracy, then their ideology is different, their ways of working are different. So new leaders will have their own ideology, and it is different from the old leaders. So it leads to instability in the country. Next is democracy is all about political competition and power play. There is no scope for morality. When the elections are held after 5 years, every leader, every party wants to win the election by hook or crook. They don't have moral values. They want to win, they use money and muscle power and all the dirty tricks to win the election and make a government. Number three, so many people have to be consulted in a democracy that it leads to delay. We all know that if any law is being made in the parliament, then there is a long procedure of law making. Any decision which is taken, it goes to one house, Lok Sabha, for example, if it is passed with two-third majority, then it goes to another house, Rajya Sabha. Then there also, if it is passed with two-third majority, then it goes for president, and if he signs, then only a bill becomes a law. So there is a long procedure. Sometime so many years pass away, and a decision is not taken. Next is elected leaders don't know the best interest of the people. It leads to bad decision. The leaders don't know what is good for people, what is good for poor people. So sometimes they take bad decisions. Next is democracy leads to corruption, for it is based on electoral competition. In election, everyone wants to win the election and make the government, so they follow many dirty tricks to win the election. They give money to people, they play the card of caste and color and religion to win the election, as well as they use muscle power also. They threaten the people to give them votes. Next is ordinary people don't know what is good for them. They should not decide anything. And ordinary people is busy in earning his livelihood. He has so many problems to solve. They don't know what is going on in the government, and they can't decide who is good for them. So all these are, in this way we can say, the arguments against a democratic government. In the next slide we will discuss the arguments in favor of democracy. Thank you.